But let's take a look outside weather-wise right now. As we can see, it's a cloudy day, some sprinkles, some showers, and some thunderstorms coming up as well. We take a look outside right now from Cary Park down into Seattle. We take a look at Climate Pledge Arena. We've got the Space Needle, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, of course, downtown Seattle there. We are at 68 degrees, so it's cooled down just a bit since we last talked just a few minutes ago. South-southwest winds at about 13 miles an hour. Currently, throughout the area, we do have temperatures in the mid-70s in some spots and mid-60s in other spots. The temperature change from yesterday at this time, yeah, across the board, we are much cooler. 6 degrees cooler in Seattle right now, 7 degrees cooler in Puyallup, 5 degrees cooler in Oak Harbor. Tonight's forecast, mostly cloudy, possible thunderstorms. Sunset will be at 8:10, and your temperature will be right around 55 degrees. Yesterday, we did get to 80 degrees. We struggled, but we got there. The average is 76, and of course, the record just 2 years ago at 91 degrees. Here's a look at the radar over the last couple of hours, and you can see some heavy showers in some spots and some spots that are just remaining dry. We're going to focus in on these fast-moving systems that are going through the Olympic Peninsula. Forks, Port Angeles got drenched a little bit ago, and we can see here in the South Puget Sound up through Chehalis and out towards the Mount Rainier foothills, and of course up in the San Juan Islands and Whatcom counties had some heavy showers moving through there as well. Our futurecast is going to show that we are going to see those showers move on and turn into thunderstorms, possibly overnight, late tonight as well. And then by tomorrow, could have some showers early in the morning, but it does clear out. And then Sunday and Monday and on into next week is looking pretty darn good weather-wise. Some clouds possible in the morning, but that's about all that we're dealing with there. Forecast high temperatures throughout the nation today. 106 in Phoenix as their heat wave continues, 91 in New Orleans, and 87 in Minneapolis. Yeah, pretty sucked in up at Hurricane Ridge today. The mountains going to be showers and sun breaks. Chance of an afternoon thunderstorm with your temperatures in the mid-60s. Let's take a look at what's going to happen in our regions. In our northwest interior, breezy and possible thunderstorms today. High temperatures upper 60s to low 70s. In the central region, we have slight showers and possible thunderstorms. I mean, it's probably not going to rain too much, but those thunderstorms could come, going to be in the low 70s. South Puget Sound, some slight thunderstorm chance a little bit later on in the day, upper 60s to low 70s. Out on the coast, it's going to be breezy near the water and possible thunderstorms again. 70, low 70s inland and mid 60s out on the coast. In eastern Washington, temperatures going to be in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. More sun the further east you go. Here's your 7-day forecast. We have increasing showers late today with a possible afternoon thunderstorm and into the evening as well. Morning showers tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. And then pretty much mostly sunny and mid-70s for the remainder of the time. So a carbon copy of those days. But today and early tomorrow morning, a chance of some showers and thunderstorms. And then that goes away, and then we have just a pretty nice week ahead.